Welcome to another edition of Box Seat. I'm Adam McGrath and we're taking a look at the 8 races at Ascot. Of course, the feature event of the day is a listed Scenic Blast Stakes over the 1200 metres. Comes up at 4:05 and is race number 6, Australia race 12 for our Singapore viewers. So looking forward to getting to that a little bit later on in the program. Let's take a look at the conditions that we will be faced with. The rail is at an inside position. We'll be racing on a good 3. There is some thunderstorms expected as well, so do just wait around for that. We know how much the weather can change these days, but keep an eye on that as well, as it will affect the racing. Let's take a look at race number 1. It is the 1,000 metre event for the 2-year-olds, and the replay that we are going to take a look at is Wrinkly. Had a 400 metre trial and won that from the Parnham stable, and we're taking a look at that run now.
Well, it's in 2. Don't Tell Tundra's in 3, and Wrinkly showing speed for Brad Parnham on the outside is going to run to the lead. They were followed then by 33 Spin in the black cap from Rebello, who's just behind those from Lucky Gambler, and last of all is Hotel Nick Noit's Wrinkly in front. Don't Tell Tundra and 33 Spin on the outside, but Wrinkly comes on to win.
There's a good trial there by Wrinkly over the 400 metres. I normally prefer the 950 metre trial leading into a race, but showed enough and ran through the line nicely on that occasion. Just behind there was Don't Tell Tundra, which will also be racing. It is Craig Staples rode in the trial. Paul Harvey takes the ride here and did his best work late in that trial as well, expecting both to go reasonably here. Another horse that trialled well was Rock River, a little bit slower in time on the same day, but certainly did its best work late as well from the Parnham stable. We know that Neville can get his 2-year-olds going nicely. Out of the horses that have raced, though, I think Guest Express will be the horse to beat here. Barrier 1, the 57 kilos from the Simon Miller stable. Peter Nucky to ride. This combination gets plenty of winners, especially in the 2-year-olds. Has had the 2 career starts, was second at Bunbury on debut. Followed that up with a nice run over the 1200 metres last start. I think dropping back to the 1000 is ideal and will be very hard to beat. And the other horse that has raced as well, that is certainly in with a chance, is number 2, Equine Wiz. The blinkers on here for trainer David Harrison. Ben Patterson to ride. Last start over the 1200 metres, did its best work late attacking the line, so a couple of question marks about dropping back to the 1000 metres, but the blinkers should see this horse just straighten up a little bit and certainly improve. Selections for race number 1, I'm going to be tipping number 1 Guest Express, from number 5 Wrinkly, number 2 Equine Wiz, and number 3 Don't Tell Tundra. Race number 2 at Ascot, it is over the 1,000 metres and we get to see the exciting return of Hot Goods here. Going into the race, 5 career starts for 5 victories and couldn't have been any more impressive in the recent trial, winning it by 2 lengths, untouched on that occasion by Lucy Warwick, beating Petrol Power. That's not the replay that we are going to take a look at, though. We're going to look at a last start winner in number 4, Le Patron. Very handy type of this filly as well. Has now had the 4 career starts for 2 victories. Carried the 59 kilos impressively, and we'll take a look at that run now.
Trailed and turned then at the head of the others by War of Whispers. Le Patron back near the middle. Castle Queen's got them struggling for the time being, though, and with 200 to go, she led by 2 lengths. Down the outside, War Blossom. Now Le Patron hits overdrive. Coming with it as well, War of Whispers. Castle Queen gathered up by Le Patron, and on the outside, War of Whispers. Le Patron too good.
Very good performance there by Le Patron. Just a handy type and certainly has a nice turn of foot and will be suited in a race like this with the speed out in front, because Hot Goods will show plenty of speed, as will Crypto Kid and Brisanto, and Castle Queen doesn't mind being close to the pace as well. So there'll be no shortage of that at all and may suit a horse like Le Patron. Brisanto comes out of that same race, so it does meet at 3 kilos worse for losing by a half length as well, so pretty hard to recommend. Outside of those speedy gallopers, I just can't see how Hot Goods is going to lose this race. Carries a 58.5, 5 from 5. The trial was very impressive. The only thing that may be the question mark is if a Crypto Kid really works too hard and makes her struggle over the closing distance, but she's a very classy filly. There has been a little distance between trial and race, so that trial was on the 4th of January, but she should have too much class for this field. I do declare Jerry Noski takes the ride. The last time she rode this filly, it was a winner over the 1,000 metres at Ascot 2 starts ago, and will be another one that'll just be back in the field and enjoying the speed put on by these early runners. Will be attacking the line strongly. I think It's Dynamite can certainly run a race as well, with William Pike taking the ride. Let's take a look at the selections. I'm going with number 1 Hot Goods from the replay that we saw, number 4 Le Patron, number 3 It's Dynamite ridden by William Pike, and number 7 Castle Queen, which will have some speed as well and only carrying the 54 kilos. Race number 3 at Ascot. It's over the 1500 metres and we get to see the return of Blackwood. Of course, the last time this galloper raced was in December in the listed Star Truck. A really good performance there behind Tarquin Shadow, and then racing the Group 1 Kingston Town as well. So it's only had a small freshen up, but looking forward to seeing Blackwood return here. And Lucy Warwick certainly looks as though she might have a few early winners in this card, and she'll need it after Wednesday when she was thrown off the horse in the mounting yard, hurting her elbow on that occasion. But great to see that she's okay and will be racing for this card as well. The replay that we're going to take a look at was a last start winner. We threw it out on box seat as one of our better bets of the day. It was a maiden going into the race, but it was lucky start number 8 for the Blue Nipper, and we'll take a look at that performance now.
44 Red first to spin the bend. From on the outside, the Blue Nipper closing the margin. Don't like Peggy Sue. Off her feet, going nowhere. The Blue Nipper reaches the lead with 150 to go. Beats off 44 Red. Light up the sky. Another Maori boy. But the Blue Nipper's clear, although wanting to shift a bit of ground and will be too good under hard riding. The Blue Nipper scored from the stablemate. Light up the sky.
Strong to the line on that occasion. The Blue Nipper carrying the 59 kilos. Drops to the 57 here. The form lines are very good, as we mentioned, going into that race with Light in My Veins and also Vega Magic, and from barrier 3 should get a very nice run. From Onda, another from the Parnham stable, a winner 4 starts ago at Ascot. That was over the 1400 metres. It's been racing well. Form lines around Light in My Veins and also Who Dat Singer. Barrier 4, 58.5 kilos. Certainly looks a horse that'll run in the top 4. Number 1, Blackwood, we mentioned in the preview, very hard to beat here. This filly by Black Friars. She's got a lot of class about her. 10 career starts, 5 victories, one of those listed. And as I mentioned, of course, racing in the Group 2 Guineas and the Group 1 Kingston Town Classic. Barrier 5. She should be able to sit just off them and be too strong with her turn of foot. And Champagne Charger all the way down the bottom. It still is a maiden. It's had the 6 career starts, placed on 3 occasions. Raced in the Group 3 Latrice with the 49.5 kilos. Was beaten 8 lengths on that occasion. Last start was beaten 3 lengths by the Blue Nipper, carrying the 55. Drops to the 54 here and will be another horse that will attack the line strongly. Selections for race number 3. I think it'll be a Lucy again here with number 1, Blackwood on top. From number 3, the Blue Nipper. Number 2, Fremont, and 7, Champagne Charger. Race number 4 at Ascot. It's over the 2100 metres. A couple of these horses have been racing against each other, but now they do step up in distance. And one horse that we know will have no issue handling this distance is Dark Alert. Of course, a winner over the 2200 metres 2 starts ago, and then was the winner of the 72 plus race over the 1800 metres last start. And that's the performance that we're going to take a look at now.
To Vampy Lass, now Pike goes to work on Dark Alert, pulls it to the outside. Tarquin Shadow though has a kick at the 200 metre mark. It has beaten off Vampy Lass. Dark Alert is starting to wind up now though. Dark Alert coming at Tarquin Shadow. Tarquin Shadow joined by Dark Alert, draws equal, gets the head in front. Too good the fave, goes on to win again.
Was a good performance there by Dark Alert. Beat 3 of the other gallopers in this race. So William Pike keeping the ride. Barrier 2, the 56.5 kilos. As I said, a winner over the 2200 metres 2 starts ago and did that comfortably as well. Well, beating Don't Get Caught on that occasion, which has superior staying form lines to any other horse in this race. Trainer Adam Durant believes that this is a horse that could play a part in the carnival next year as well. So for mine, it is the horse to beat. Outside of those, number 4, Cougar Express was a really good winner last starter. That was over the 2400 metres. Paul Harvey riding on that occasion. A bit of cat and mouse through the race, but it showed its class and its staying ability winning that race. Number 2, Tarquin Shadow, of course, the winner of the Starstruck, and then was second behind Dark Alert in that replay that we saw. Does make 1.5 kilos better, so that is certainly a big advantage, but the true staying test will come up over this race over the 2100 metres. And number 1, Fulgur, it carries a 58.5 with Aaron Mitchell to ride. Of course, raced in the Group 2 Perth Cup, was beaten 2 lengths by Don't Get Caught last start, so we'll need to improve as well, but can certainly run in the top 4. That is the selections that I'll be going with. At number 5, Dark Alert on top from number 4, Cougar Express, number 2, Tarquin Shadow, and the number 1, Fulgur.